Yeah, hello to a game of Hoodrick. I will play against. Yeah, I'm just a guy. Another YouTube channel with also Polytopia content. So you can watch his version on his channel, and yeah, you can watch my version on his. I think this game I will take Hoodrick. It's a dryland map, so it will be pretty interesting, and I can maybe show off how to play Hoodrick in a multiplayer scene. So, what are the advantages of Hoodrick? Hoodrick has, of course, the advantage that he has many wild animals and fruits and just few mountains, which isn't always an advantage, but helps by allowing even more wild animals to spawn. So, normally, if I'm playing Hoodrick in a multiplayer scene, I take a more cautious approach and don't walk with my archer forward instantly, but go back with him and train a warrior. This guarantees that I can one hit every warrior that is heading my way, and but I'm a bit slow on expanding, which might be a problem, but in my opinion the archer is so vulnerable that I don't want to risk losing it. Because if you lose your first archer, then it's a pretty bad start for you overall. So just try to be cautious and just make sure that your archer doesn't just die randomly. So here we have already a tribe, which maybe isn't great, but oh, he took Omaji. That's very beneficial, and now this shows that it can pay off just taking a warrior first. And normally, you aren't that lucky that you come across Omaji, for example, but on the other hand, people don't spawn that often exactly adjacent to you, so it mostly balances out, and your archer and your warrior together make a really good combo, which allows you to take cities quickly and destroy warriors without taking any damage. So, as you can see right now, I, for example, didn't took any damage while while destroying his unit. So, as Hoodrick, you mostly take forestry and upgrade your cities with lumber huts and later sawmills. So, and what I also like to do as Hoodrick is to just get up more archers. This is always a good idea in my opinion. And the most important thing is to not start the archer spam before you have seen your opponent, because if you don't see your opponent but still invest into archers, this is not really investing but more wasting of your stars, because these archers don't give you much benefit until you have seen your opponent in comparison to warriors. For example, 3 warriors are way better in expanding than 2 archers, because these 2 archers don't give you a real benefit. So I will train a few warriors here and maybe just later get an archer up. And the other advantage of Hoodrick is that the archery tech gives you a defense bonus on woods, and the biome of Hoodrick has plenty of woods, and this helps you also with defense, because 2 full health warriors or riders or archers can't destroy a warrior on a forest. And this is very important to remember, because the same as in a city, because then you can do plays where your warriors stay alive and just die after 3 hits, and this is sometimes very important for your survival. So here right now, organization is a pretty good tech and it's pretty important for Hoodrick, but in my opinion it isn't something you have to get every time. For example, right here, while you still have a lot of fruit. Mostly forestry is more important, and will get you a better eco in general. So in the next turn, I will just upgrade this city first, and then this city, and take resources in both, and then upgrade this city. Even though I could also consider taking here a city wall if I'm thinking that he might come from this side, then it might be beneficial, but I don't think so. Even though we are equal in points. So here we have a veteran swordman approaching, which is really bad for us. Therefore, I am maybe more inclined to get a city wall here and just move my warrior back. So I think even though, this might be a big threat, it isn't something to be very worried about, because a swordman is pretty easy to defend, and it's easier than you think, because archers really counter swordmen. So they do 4 damage, and if they are a tile away, then they do just 3 damage. Like 2 archers already do 8 3 damage. And this is very important to remember, because if you combine it with, for example, right now, I'm attacking this swordman with so many units that he can't really do anything against it, and just can't get my city. So I could have gotten resources here. I just misplayed it a bit here, but I don't think it will be a game deciding. I hope it won't be game deciding. So if Omaji decides to attack this city with multiple units, I have always some archers ready. The only problem would be if he comes with 3 or more riders combined with this swordman attacking my archer, then it might become a problem, and we'll see how it goes. So he has gotten a city here. I was expecting that there was a city somewhere in the region, but so right now Omaji has, I think, more cities. I expect him to have 4 cities or something. He has maybe 1 city here, 1 here, 1 here, and he has most likely 3 or 4 cities. And in this situation, if you have, for example, fewer units, fewer cities than your opponent, then it's important to understand that your archers are they are more effective in combating an opponent. So you can see here, for example, that he sieged the city now. Oh, okay, that's, okay. Well, that was a misplay on my part. That's really unfortunate, because now I just practically lost instantly. I wasn't expecting him to have vision on the city, but so I'm still going to try to do something here, but I don't think this will work. I think it's mostly because I misplayed here a bit, and should have taken resources here, I think. That's unfortunate. But even though it might be lost, it will be still pretty difficult to defeat me entirely, and I think I might just get some eco out of the city. And if I get mathematics, I can get my giant up here pretty quickly, because if I, for example, take 4 lumber huts here combined with a sawmill, I have already 8 population in total. So now I will have to try to defeat this city before he can really fortify it or just get a lot of units here. And the way you do this is just try to attack your opponent as much as possible. And in this position, like, if you don't go nearly all in, you are just completely lost. So you see some archers, you see some riders here. So what I would suggest maybe is, for example, firstly upgrading this. I'm to upgrade your city, my cities first. So yeah, but after that I will just upgrade as many cities as first, some cities, and then I will just try to distract him a bit by saying, oh yeah, I'm moving up my unit, so, and then just attack this city here, where he hopefully trains a rider. So as you can see here, I'm using all my resources on just trying to get the city back or attack the city. And yeah, he can still attack my archer. I have missed this part a bit. I mostly play a bit too fast for myself, which is a disadvantage mostly. But yeah, the thing is, I can, if he trains a unit here, I can just attack it with many other units and then try to get something. Also, if a unit attacks you, you can just do something like this. Here I tap this unit and now I know where the unit went, which is pretty beneficial sometimes. And here is the city, most likely because he moved some units here. So I will have to try and figure out how to maybe take this or this city. Otherwise, yeah, I have pretty bad chances of winning this. So yeah, the amount of, I can just still try to attack his unit in the middle here and this unit, but it won't be much good really. But I will still try to, that's unfortunate, he got a warrior there and not an archer. That's unfortunate. But I will just get back and try to win through just him attacking me and me defending with my archers, then maybe leveling them up and going on an offensive on either this or this city here. So as you can see here, the defense bonuses really are working sometimes, and he needs 2 or 3 units mostly to take one of my units, which is always pretty good. But the problem is that he now is training a lot of units. So if you can see, always tip on where your opponents are, and you see now there are 2 here and here are now riders, and that's a good thing to know if you want to plan ahead. So now a rider can appear out of the fog and attack you. So my archers right now aren't maybe doing that much, but they are like controlling a lot of space indirectly, because I not forbid him, but I I restrict his movement on all of this space, because if he would go there, then he would just, his units would die. And I'm going to get mathematics right now and just say, well, I'm going to upgrade my cities and get giants in them, and then I will going to see, well, what will happen. So this archer plays an important role here. He has the possibility of unsieging every city with the help of another archer, and these archers are also here. So this is a pretty good defensive setup. You just get a few warriors on your cities and they have a good defense bonus, and then you get some archers in the back, and these shoot anybody that either sieges your city or is before your cities. So as I've said before, he just moved his archer, his rider from somewhere here. I think, yeah, he moved him back here, so it was probably another archer. Mia rider, yeah, there they went. But that shows, like, okay, he sieged my city, but I can still not siege it. And yeah, this is pretty good. And also it levels up one of my archers, for example. And this is pretty important. Another thing that is important is to use forests in general to block the movement of your opponent. But the problem is now he has roads, and roads are very, very problematic, because they can just give the opponent's units so much more speed. And this is like as seen here, for example. And this is pretty bad. So I don't really think I can still win this, because, and this is mostly because I just my income just is non-existent. And even though I can just get some, I don't know, archers or something, and they can unsiege my cities every time, this won't do much good in total, because he can, so for example, place 2 roads here, and I will have to chop a forest to still get a warrior in here. So as you can see here, Hoodrick, while maybe pretty good, his archers are really good, he isn't a good matchup for everyone, because, for example, the Omaji have just too many riders, and riders counter archers pretty well, so this showcases you pretty good how to counter Hoodrick most of the time, just with masses of riders, and then just attack them while they are vulnerable and give them a lot of damage. So here I took 6 damage and he took 2, and this just shows that while archers are pretty good units, in my opinion, they are not units that can be used everywhere. So I think this is just game over. I can't do anything here anymore, and so this was one showcase on, for example, how to play Hoodrick. And maybe I will do another multiplayer video where I maybe have a different matchup, or have another spawn. But well played, and I hope that this video showed to you some advantages and disadvantages of archers, and how to play Hoodrick in general. Okay, then thank you for watching, and bye.